So what's going on, y'all? It's the boy Vincent repping the boy Vincent Fitness, and I'm back again today with another YouTube video. And I appreciate y'all checking out my video. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. But the topic of today is going to be, why is life unfair? Now, guys, in life, you're going to go through certain instances or certain things that's going to happen to you. You're going to think to yourself, why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. I'm trying to live my life in a real righteous way. I do good onto others, and I expect good to happen to me. And that's just not the case all the time. You're going to go through certain instances where you feel like, man, that's messed up. I did the right thing, but still something really bad happened to me. My life, I've had this experience several times, so many times I can't even believe. Like, I remember when I was very, younger. So let's say 19, 20. Around that age, a lot of my friends who were kind of in the streets, they were making that illegal money. They're hustling, they're getting money, they got these nice cars, they got pretty girls, they at the club popping bottles, and then I'm sitting here kind of comparing myself to them of where I'm at. And it always kind of bothered me because I always felt like, man, I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to school. At the time I was at community college, so I'm taking 2 buses just to get to this community college. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to do the quote-unquote right thing, going to school and getting the education and all that. But at the same time, I'm doing all that, but I'm lacking. You're broke, you're dusty, no females are really choosing on you like that. You got nothing to show for it. But then you look at across the aisle, and these boys, they getting everything. And you think to yourself, man, why is life unfair? But the thing is, you can't really compare your situation to theirs. You got to look at it almost like they're a flash in the pan. Like, yeah, they lit for like 3 or 4 years, but let's keep it a buck. Everybody that was doing something illegal, especially around that age, they either got locked up, they lost their lives, or, they got locked up for a long time, and now, they ain't never getting out. You look on yourself on the other end, you went to school, you got your little engineering degree, or you got your tech degree. Now you got your, good job, got a good crib, you got a great career. And at the time, it felt like life wasn't fair. In life, you're gonna go through certain situations where you do, certain things are going to happen to you that it feels unfair. It is what it is. Matter of doing the right thing. It's almost like let's say you're working on something very hard. Like, for example, when I moved to Germany, I moved here, I think in like 2015, 2016. At first, I was having a lot of issues. I was having financial issues. Like, I was having visa issues, and I was having all these other problems. At first, I had to enroll into school just so I would be able to stay here. And then on top of that, I had to work, whatever BS jobs that I could, because I ran out of money. So what I was doing at first was, I remember my first job here, I was working at a movie theater, and I was a janitor at the movie theater late at night. I'm talking like 2 in the morning to 6 a.m. And at the time, I'm feeling like, man, this ain't fair. I did my best. I have a degree. I'm literally a janitor. And guys, I have a college degree. And I speak 3 languages. But I had all these issues with my visa, and I couldn't even get an interview for a job, let alone all these other issues. And I remember thinking to myself, man, this ain't fair. And then hearing certain people that were kind of close to me making these kind of jokes back home. And me thinking to myself, like, man, I'm doing the right thing. Why is it not happening? Why is nothing clicking? But that's like almost like the universe in itself testing you. Like, how badly do you want this? Are you going to persevere? You're going to give up? You're going to go back to Florida in my case. But I didn't give up, and it's not been like, oh, poof, I got a job and everything went great. I mean, let's say we go on the timeline, right? So my first actual job working here in Germany, it was a lot of BS, man. Like, I was working at a place with a woman there who was the manager that basically was like, he had a vendetta out for me just because I actually knew the guy who owned the company. He was my ex-girlfriend's, like, I think cousin's husband or whatever. So he hooked me up to get that job. And it was like, this lady did not like that. So I ended up losing that job. Then I started working at another company right after that. And that next company, I was doing great, and then the virus happened, and then bam, they had to sack me. And then the next job that I got after that, I was making a lot of paper, doing a great job, but at the same time, I hated the work environment. So then I switched over to the company I'm working at now. And I say all of that, and I really want you to, stick with me here. And I say all of that because every single job that I had here in Europe, every time I got a new job, I ended up making more money, more benefits, more vacation days and everything. And every time that something bad happened to me in that moment, I felt like, man, this ain't fair. Why is this happening to me? It was like God, the universe, is pushing me towards something better. And I had to get pushed out of that situation. Otherwise, I'd be sitting in that same situation. Because I mean, compared to my first job working here in Germany to what I'm working at now, I make like 4 or 5 times more. I live in the middle of the city that I live at. But it took me kind of going through all these different things of feeling like, man, life's not fair. Why is this happening to me? For me to get to where I need to be. And all that mattered was staying persistent, staying consistent, staying motivated, not turning myself into a victim. I could easily be a victim. I've had other stuff happen to me that I really don't want to get into this video, but I never sat down and thought to myself, man, I'm a victim, blah, blah, blah. It's like, man, this sucks, it's not fair, but I gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing. You never want to give up in life. So yeah, that's all I got to say today. I'm real grateful for y'all for, checking out the YouTube video. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's your boy Navoy. I'm out.